Welcome to this video on var args or variable arguments in Kotlin. So Kotlin allows us to be able to use this var arg keyword, and what this does, it allows us to pass a number of parameters, not just one set number, but a different listing or a different number of listings of arguments with the same type. So we can see here in this function here, sum of numbers, and this is actually overloaded. You can see here we have two sum of numbers. We can see here that this is returning a double, and we have the var arg, so we could pass a different amount of actual parameters. If we come down here, we can see we're passing two doubles, and then if we go down a little further, you can see here we're passing six doubles here. And then down here you can see we're passing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 doubles here. So we can also see here that both of these are returning a double, and we're using the initial sum here. So this is a var arg with actually another parameter. So if we're just passing numbers, that it will be this function. If we are passing numbers and we are adding another initial sum, then we are going to call the other the other function. We can see here with initial sum. So if we go down here, we can see that sum of numbers is called with numbers, and in this case it's 2, but then we see initial sum called. So that would then call our overloaded function, but it would call this one because of the way that the parameters are being called. And then we can finally also use arrays. So here we're declaring an array, and we're valuing that array, and we're calling sum of numbers using the star a here. So it will also use these doubles here as the variable or the listing of our variable arguments here. So in this case, it would just treat it as 3 doubles being passed to, in this case, it would be this sum of numbers up here because there is no initial sum. So let's take a look at some output. So again, here we have our main function. And so we can click this run arrow next to the main function, run the class file. And if we take a look here, we can see that we called sum of numbers. So we called the very top one, and it ran this calculation, and we're getting 3.5. The next time we called it, where we passed in this time these 6 doubles, and it's all still numbers. So notice we're still passing but it's a var arg called numbers. So we're passing in numbers, but this time it's these 6, and we're getting a value of 23. And then we're passing in numbers again, only this time we're passing in these 9 doubles, and we're getting 60. Then we come down here, it's sum of numbers. However, we're passing these 2 doubles called numbers and then initial sum. So because this function is being called this way, Kotlin in this class is able to say, okay, this is the sum of numbers that's being called, and the calculation is being done that way using that function. And then finally, we can use an array as our listing here is our var args. So we are doing sum of numbers, and you can see our output is 9.5. So please take a look at this, and as you go in for your assignment, please go in and do some changing up, adding or removing some of the amount or the list of the numbers. I have to be careful with the word list because that actually means something in Kotlin, but the number of of the parameters being passed in. We can even change up the array, and also try with another way, or another time calling with initial sum, and see what kind of results you get from that. So thanks for watching this video on Kotlin var args, or variable args, and stay tuned for the next video.